This new generation of Toyota Prius is pretty cool. But the other thing that's pretty cool is all the tech features they put inside this. And we are going to check all of those out in this video. So we're going to check out this crazy driver's display, the infotainment system, what all happens there, and then we're going to go out and test the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 driver assist features. We're going to take it through corners, see if it can take a corner by itself, see what happens if we don't put our hands on the wheel, see how safe you are in this vehicle. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's your driver's display. On the right, you have your seatbelt warning and showing that you are in park. It also says park up above here. If we switch that and go into reverse, it puts the R up there, neutral in green, drive, and then back to park. Over here, you have your distance to empty at 285 miles. Here is your gas tank. We have just a little over a half of a tank remaining. This is your driver assistance features along with your adaptive cruise there in the center. You have a digital speedometer right there and a digital kilometers per hour above that. You also have your time up here at the top. And then over here you have your charging. So whenever you are getting regenerative braking, that will show there. You have eco and your power band. Over here you have EV here at the top, your temperature. You have your miles per gallon right here. This is a menu that you can change, and we're going to show you how to do that here in just 1 second. This is your odometer. We got 432 miles on this. And then this says ready. That means that the car is turned on. It's in EV mode. It is ready to take off and drive whenever you are ready. Okay, now this menu right here is changeable on the steering wheel. So using the OK button and your arrows on your steering wheel, you can switch through these right here. So there are warning messages. This is your settings. So this is all of your driver assistance features. This one right here is your lane assist. We are going to hold down OK. That will bring that up and give you options to change any of that you would like to change. We go back, go over. This is your blind spot monitoring. You turn that on or off by pressing OK. If you hold OK, then you can go in and change some of the settings on that one also. All right, next is your PCS. You can hold that down and go into that, change your warning timing on that or turn it off. Next is your parking alert sensors. So this is going to let you know how close you are to things as you are pulling in and out of areas. So you can hold that down and put the sensitivity on low to high, or you can shut either alerts off if you would like to. Next, you have your parking assist. You can hold that down and you can turn that on. You can do that on your system volume, so it will let you know how close you are to things. Your parking, this is all your parking sensors, and this is a safe exit assist, so it will let you know that it's safe to open your door and get out. You can change those settings inside there, your sensitivity or your mirror indicate, let you know whether it's safe to get out or not. Next is road sign assist. So this is going to read the road signs and let you know what is coming up. So you can turn this on a notification method above the speed limit, let you know others. You visual or audio. We go back and go into level. So this is where you can set the speed. So as long as you are 5 miles per hour or less under, then it won't warn you about it, but otherwise it will, depending on what level you have that set on. Over here, this is your cruise control. So you can set the acceleration from low to high. You can have a guide message on curve speed reduction. So this will slow you down going into a corner when the cruise control is on. You can set that low to high. I have it set on low. It drops me down to about 2 miles per hour. If you go up higher, it will just slow you down even more going into that corner. And we go back out and vehicle settings. So we can go into that, hold that down. Driver brake suggestion, your tire pressure warning system, schedule maintenance, and those items there. And then you can go to your gauge settings. Let's see what kind of gauge settings we get here. Language, units, meter, type, hybrid system, or not hybrid system. So you can see that this changed right here. So it can have a normal RPM look, or you can have the hybrid look to it. All right, that is all of those settings there. So we'll go up. This is going to be your distance traveled so far. You can hold, if you press the OK button, that will reset that. We go up here, Bluetooth, no information. So here you have your compass, and then you can go over here with your adaptive cruise mode, which was in the center now. Now it's showing up over there. And then you can go to this eco setting here. This is going to be your miles per gallon that you are averaging currently, so that you can hold the OK button down to reset that. And that's pretty much it for the driver's display. Okay, now we're going to look at this 12.3-inch infotainment screen, which was an upgrade in this. So what we've got here is, this is Android Auto right here. You have wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. We're going to hit this button right down here. That is going to bring up these widgets. You're going to hit Toyota. That's going to take you now to Toyota's system. So you have navigation. All right, and we've got music. You've got your phone connect. And then you have the car menu, which also has some climate options for your remote start. And eco heat and cool. You also have a windshield de-icer in this one. Go back, you can go to your trip information. That's going to bring up what your current trip is that you're on right now. You can clear that data at any time. You can go to history. It's going to show you what you've gotten in recently. So the previous best was 37.2. Right now we're getting 40.3. And as I mentioned before, this does go up to 52 miles per gallon, which we have seen that a little bit while we've been driving this. Go back. Oh, and if you want to clear this, you can hit update, and it will update this to this being the previous best, and you'll start at 0. Go back, you have your energy flow, so you can see when the battery is running things. When the engine turns on, it will send some power back here to the inverter, then the inverter will charge the battery. But while we are sitting here right now, we are in hybrid mode, and we are just running off the battery. And then you have a vehicle alert if there happens to be any alerts. And we go down here to the gear icon, and then that's where you can set up some other information. So you've got your personal info, you can set up profiles. This is where you're going to add another phone. Another thing that you can do, if you click on your phone, you can see we are connected to Android Auto. You can actually shut the Android Auto off and just connect to media if you'd like to, because using Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, sometimes it can run your battery down fairly quickly. Sometimes if I don't need maps and all that, then I will just put it on the media and not use the Android Auto. It's just an option that you have there. Go back to general is going to be your date, time, keyboard, language, units, just your normal settings that you would like to see on the car. Notifications, software updates, vehicle suggestions, virtual assistant, just some stuff to kind of let you know if you want to hear or see these options. Down here to Wi-Fi, you can connect to Wi-Fi and set up a hotspot in the car if you would like to. Go down here and we get to display. So now in here you can set this to automatic during the day, or you can just have it on the daytime or the nighttime. So the daytime looks like that, nighttime is like that. I like to keep it on the night because it's just less light shining in on us. You adjust the brightness and contrast. Go into camera, same thing. You adjust the brightness, contrast, and different multiple colors. Go back to settings. And we're going to go to sound and media. So in here, you can adjust all of the volumes that you'd want. So your ringtone can be loud or not loud. New message that comes through. There you can see, you can turn that down so it's quieter or louder. Receive volume. Go on down here, system, voice, and driving assist. So you can turn those levels. Here you can adjust your EQ to get the best sound out of your speaker system. That is in this one. And then you have your media, display the cover art so you see what the cover would look like, and you have radio and Sirius XM. And then we're going to go back out. Navigation, this is where you set up all your navigation systems, traffic incidents, show where your home's at, work, favorites, that type of information there. You can set up your route options. You can avoid tolls, avoid highways, avoid ferries, avoid seasonal roads, border crossings, and predictive efficient drive, which is pretty cool. All right, we'll go back out there. You got voice and search, so you're going to have a wake word and voice prompts. Down here, vehicle customization. So this is where you're going to change all of your lighting that you would like in the car. So you have auto on sensitivity, your auto timer, daytime running lights. You can turn them on or off. And then an auto off timer. So 15 seconds after you lock the car up, it should shut all the lights off. Door control, auto lock, shift from park, auto unlock, shift to park, to press, lock I don't like, and I also always set this up for all doors so that when we come out and it'll just automatically unlock all the doors instead of just one door, and then everybody else has to stand there while you unlock everything else. It will relock itself after 60 seconds if you unlock it but don't open the door. You can set up a custom drive mode, so you can adjust your powertrain, steering, and your air conditioning whenever you get in the car. AC mode with automatic, and then you have a utility, which is your adaptive cruise control customized, which really is just basically on or off. Okay, go back out. This is your dealer info, where the car came from, info and security. So vehicle name, Toyota Prius, privacy lock you can set up, system reset, software updates, no updates available. And then you have some apps. You can install apps if you need to, notification center. That is your infotainment system. Go back to the Android Auto. Now we're going to test some of the ADAS systems, your driver assist features. We are going to go take a curve and see how it does driving around the curve using lane centering, and then we are going to see what happens if we don't put our hands on the wheel, how it will react, what safety features are there in case someone is impaired or unable to drive, what would happen. Okay, we're getting ready to enter our first curve, so we're going to turn on the lane centering. All right, we have lane centering on now. Going into the first curve, I'm going to keep my hand on it as we go around. This does have the speed reduction in the curve on, so it did slow it down a little bit. I am set at 58, so we went down to 57. Now, after this curve here, I am not going to touch the wheel. I'm going to let my hands off, let it take the curve on its own, and then I'm not going to put my hands on whenever it tells me to do that, and we're going to see what happens if you are unconscious. Okay, we've made the curve. Lane tracing assist unavailable soon. Take control of the wheel. All right, so I'm not going to take control of the wheel. We've got binging going on. Not doing anything. No driver's operation. Hold steering wheel. Hold steering wheel, stopping support activated soon. We are slowing down now. This is Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, if I didn't mention that earlier. So we've got all the alarms binging. We're slowing down. Just checking nobody is behind us. Coming down to a stop. We're at 20 miles per hour. Still slowing us down. It's still binging. Not doing anything else. Increased binging noise and stopped with the hazards on. Okay, that is it. We're also in park now. Okay. All right, so now we are going to shift into park, back into drive, and we can go again. It did a really good job. I would like to see Toyota add in some braking. So I think if there was some braking going on while it's slowing down or when the beeping starts and everything to try to alert you a little more, that would be nice. I think it might bring somebody out of whatever state that they're in, that they can't drive, that maybe it would jar them awake or something like that. So I think that would be a plus for Toyota to add in. Anyway, this did a great job. Stopped us. You can see it was very safe. Turned everything on so everybody knew there was a stopped vehicle on the road. Thanks for joining me. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed this and to spread it around so everybody knows that these are very safe cars from Toyota. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button and then click on the video that's on the screen to see a full review of the Toyota Prius. And have a blessed day.